I'm joined by what I think is still considered the LFA lightweight champion. It is Robert Watley joining me here on the program. He's going to be making his PFL debut coming up here June 21st against Thaigo Tavares. Robert, what's going on, man? How are you doing?
Hey James, how you doing, man? I'm doing really well. I've been blessed. I don't know. I think LFA kind of kicked me out the door. They're trying to put I think they're trying to give Moises that shot again, and that's fine. I'm here at the PFL. Shameless plug. And I'm really happy about the opportunity. I mean, since the last time I talked to you, I got married. I moved into the house with my wife, and we are pregnant.
Oh, congratulations! You're going to be a dad. That's awesome.
I'm gonna be a father. I was able to let my family and everybody know on Father's Day. So I was like, this is pretty cool.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. It's life changing as a dad of a 9-month-old. I can tell you that. I just had my first Father's Day yesterday, so that's really cool. Congratulations.
Man. Well, happy belated Father's Day, man. That's really cool. I'm happy to be joining the club.
It's going to be great. But let's talk about that. I mean, you had the honeymoon, you had the wedding. Where did you end up going for your honeymoon?
We went to Williamsburg, which was really cool. It was funny because she kept on sleeping, or she's really hungry and just moody. And as we had the wedding, she was mentioning this to her cousin. Her cousin was like, well, just throwing it out there, you think maybe you're pregnant? She's like, there's no way. And then we were on the honeymoon, and she was like, something is off. We got to figure this out. So, man, we went and got 2 different kind of tests, and it all came back. And man, it's just we had our first sonogram last Wednesday. Baby's good, heartbeat. So man, I'm just so stoked. I'm getting a new outlook on life, a new perspective for everything that I've been blessed with in my life, and what it means to be able to do these things.
And I know the other thing, you switched management groups. You're with the first round now. How did this all come together with you getting on with one of the premier management groups?
Actually, they had been contacting me for a while, and before I signed with Iridium, they had expressed interest, and Iridium, they got me some really good opportunities. We just had a little bit of I would say, our viewpoints didn't quite match up 100%, and we came to a mutual decision that it would be better if we just separated ways. And the first round management guy, he was courting really hard, and he the relationship that they have with some of their athletes and their business practices, they seem to really match up with the things that we're trying to do and trying to help bring to the sport. So, man, the dude was calling all the time. He was talking to my dad. My dad was basically like, we're going to see how bad he wants to, manage you. So he was giving him these things, and the dude's running back, okay, well, I got this for you, this. So they showed that they were really willing to, even as I was not a client, really go out on a limb for me. So that was just like, okay, you know what? I wasn't your client, and you did all this for me. Now, I feel good about becoming your client because I know what you're capable of.
And you and I talked about, potentially going with PFL, and you ended up signing with them. What made them the best choice for you? Because I'm sure you had other offers from other promotions, including the UFC.
Talking to Ray Sefo personally, hearing their vision for now and for the future, the fact that they want to hear, they want input from fighters and past fighters, and they want to understand how they can help revolutionize the industry. It isn't just like a quick money grab, or it seems like they're really trying to take back or fight the monopoly that certain organizations have on mixed martial arts. And I'm all for trying to help the little guy figure out how we can make this worth it for all of the little guys.
Right. No, that's excellent. And you're taking on Thaigo Tavares, a great first fight here. You're taking on a UFC veteran. He's moving back up to lightweight. I believe he hasn't fought at lightweight since like 2013. It's been a while. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I mean, really well. I think this is a great matchup for both of us. I think our strengths is kind of the other person's weakness. He's been out of the cage for 2 years, and he is coming up a weight class. So I think I match up very favorably. I've seen him around. He seems like a really, really nice guy. I ran into him at the weight room, and I was like, and then we ran into each other again at the scale, and I was like, man, we can't keep running into each other like this. It's really weird, and we just kind of shared a laugh. But I think it's a great matchup, and it's funny because I had gotten to a place. I've been really getting back into my faith and trying to search out and strengthen my relationship with God, and I had to come to a point where I was like, God, I don't think that the path that you're leading me to is the UFC. And it kind of hurts because I want to compete against these guys. I want to fight against these guys, but I don't want to do it if it means I have to compromise my morals, my integrity, and who it is I'm trying to be as a man. And lo and behold, the first dude that I draw in the PFL tournament is a 15 fight UFC veteran. So it's just, man, I'm just been blessed through this whole experience, and I'm just so excited. Like, I'm on a 10-fight winning streak. LFA's two-time defending champion. I've been vetted to win my last, I don't know, 5 or 6 fights. There are no expectations for me. Like, they didn't even know who I was half the time here. Like, they're like, hey, go get coffee for some of these guys. And I'm just like, I mean, I'll get coffee, but I'm fighting too. So, man, I'm just completely under the radar, and I'm loving it. I'm not having to do interviews, although I love interviewing with you. But I'm like all the extra stuff that you have to do when you're a name. I'm not a name anymore, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like being the little guy. Yeah. I like being the real dark horse. You can't be a dark horse if somebody picks you, to be the dark horse. So, man, I'm just happy for the opportunity, and just blessed.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Now we're a couple of days away from the fight. I imagine the weight cut's going well, because this fight's coming up here on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. It is really odd. It is definitely messed with me a little bit, but I think I have measured today. I have 2.8 pounds to go on my weight cut.
Nice. And you seem in a good mood. Mind you, you're always in a good mood. I don't think I've ever seen you upset or angry or anything, so that's not telling people much, but it's good the cut's going well.
It is great. It's going ahead of schedule. I'm able to give myself a little bit more food so that I am, here smiling, having this interview, but it's also a testament to what God has given me and put in my camp and around me, because I'm cutting healthy. I never cut more than 15 pounds. I mean, my opponent and a lot of the guys here, because they had marked down what people's weights were so they can know how close they are, if they need to get on them, if they're going to miss. A lot of these guys are still 15 to 20 pounds out. And I'm like, dude, are you guys not realizing this is a tournament? If you're going to make it to the finals, you have to make that cut 4 more times by the end of the year. You can't do that to your body and not think there's going to be some kind of repercussions, if not now, in your future.
Right. No, I hear you. How did training camp go for this? And was it just, the usual training partners, usual coaches and all that stuff?
Yeah, pretty much all the same people. Really, to be honest, I didn't get to train for it as much as I would like with, moving into the house and getting married and preparing for the marriage. Man, that really just took priority. But it's good because I'm learning to prioritize. I'm going to have a family. They come first. And this is just what I do to provide for them. So it's really kind of put me at ease. I think that I have everything that I need to be successful in the sport. I think I have all the skills. I think God has given me the gifts. I think I have the people surrounding me. And I believe I was put here for this purpose. So really there isn't anything else to go in there. And I'm not expected to win. So it's like,
you got nothing to lose. Yeah.
Exactly. I've never really thought a lose-lose situation was a real thing in life, but I'm like, I just found myself in one, and I love it.
How do you see this fight playing out on Thursday?
I'm sorry, no lose-lose situation.
Yes, no, I know what you meant there, but how do you see this fight unfolding?
Well, the tournament goes by points, and you have 2 preliminary fights to see if you get into the actual tournament. So people have been going out here. If you have seen the first night of PFL fights, people are going out there and just rocking people in the first round. I don't know whether he's going to win or whether I'm going to win. I do believe that one of us will finish the other because I think, there's a level of aggression. I think he hasn't fought in 2 years, so he's going to come out pretty frenetic. And, I mean, he already posted on his fan page that he's going to, fake me out with punches, take me down, put his knee on my belly, and armbar me in like 30 seconds. I was like, dang, that's either some crazy visualization or like somebody's giving him something. So, man, honestly, we're going to hug each other and we're going to shake hands, and we're just going to be men doing our job like we're supposed to. That's the only prediction, man. It's going to be a great night for PFL.
I agree. Who do you think is the toughest fighter in the tournament aside from yourself? Because I know that's the answer you'd give.
I wouldn't even state myself. I would have said Rashid Magomedov.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I mean, no offense to anybody else in this organization, but like, I think there's a couple of Dagestani fighters who haven't like been in any big orgs, but a lot of the other guys in these organizations or in the PFL, they're kind of rejects from Bellator, from WSOF, from UFC. Like they couldn't cut it at that level. And Rashid was 5-1 in the UFC.
Right.
One
Yeah,
loss.
that's a good point. That's true. Do you feel like you're the dark horse in the tournament with the fact that, like you said, not a lot of people know who you are other than the people who watch LFA?
I guess they already did an article where they picked the dark horse, and it wasn't me. So yeah, I would have to say that.
Who was it? Who did they pick?
It was Mamedov, another one of the
the Russian guys. Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
one of the Russian guys. So it's like, I think the dark horse is the guy who people don't even know that he was in the race.
Right. That's true.
So yeah, of course, yeah. You can't be a dark horse if somebody picks you to be the dark horse. That means they're giving you at least some kind of chance.
That's true. That's a good point. I know you're not looking too far ahead here, but if you did win the $1 million, what would you do with the money if you won it?
I'd put it back into my community and into the MMA landscape. I try to figure out how we can make this thing. How can we take this to the level of an NFL, an NBA, NHL? How can we figure out how to get like a minor league or have set up minor leagues so that by the time people get to these bigger leagues, they're not unfinished products. They're great, the best people in the world at what they do. That's what I want to do. I want to see how I can help elevate the level of mixed martial arts.
I love it. Well, it's going to be a great fight coming up here Thursday. It's PFL 2018 Event 2. Rob, it's always great talking to you, and I've got to thank you so much for doing this during Fight Week, man. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, sir.
I have want to shout out. He's gonna kill me. His name's Doc Hart. His name is Doc Hartnett. And he owns like a chiropractic, physical therapy right there in the Crofton area, Crofton, Maryland. He has helped me keep healthy through this whole endeavor because I've been missing sleep and just been injured. I have my CashX sponsor, and you can follow me at Robert Watley on Instagram and Robert Watley 89 on Twitter. And James, thank you again so much, man. I know it was like a pain in the butt to like get in touch with me, but like the fact that you really really pushed me for this interview, I was like, you know what? I love James, man. He's an awesome interview. He always brings a good spirit, and most people guide you where they want you to go, or they're like, oh, that's not going where I want to go, and they kind of cut you, and you're just like, go. And I really appreciate that about you, man. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.